All right, welcome back into Cleveland Browns Daily, brought to you by Ballybet, sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns, now live in Ohio on 850 ESPN Cleveland. New running back Nyheim Hines in studio. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you so much for your time. I guess let's start with this process and how you ended up a Cleveland Brown. We're thrilled to have you, obviously.
It was really easy. I mean, my first visit, I got released by Buffalo 2 weeks ago. As soon as I got released, Cleveland and some other teams reached out. Cleveland texted my agent and said we would want to have him first. Got me here last Monday. Got here, obviously, I know Bubba. I know Ken Dorsey.
Yep.
And then I actually saw Deuce Staley. When I saw those guys, I was like, oh, because Deuce actually ran my pro day when he was in Philly, and I always liked him. My dad even said, hey, I hope he coaches you one day. So I saw Deuce, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I like it here. Then I actually have been watching film with you guys when you had Joe and Deshaun and PJ and all the quarterbacks. So I've been watching film, and both sides kind of agreed that I think it would be a perfect fit, and they thought that, and we thought that. So it was really easy. I had some more visits set up, but after here, I was just like, oh, I like it. You got to go where you feel welcome and where you feel like it's home. So it's awesome.
Well, you said, look, you're dressed for success today, looking very sharp. You said you got to make a good first impression. Apparently, the Browns did that in that visit. They've done it, and you did as well. No, you've already done it.
When I get on the field, I got another first impression to make after I rehab, get my stuff back, and go on the field.
How are you doing physically?
It's going well. I've been running for about 4 weeks now.
How hard was it to miss a season like that?
Oh, it was hard. But I think, the biggest thing of it was a mental reset. It was I want to play over 10 years. It's my 7th year. I had a break, I guess, in year 6.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm looking for, come back and try to see if I can get 5 more years out of it. But I think playing-wise, I mean, it was hard watching, but I think the rehab with it just sucked because any person who's had knee surgery just knows the first 2 or 3 months are just – they're brutal. You can't hardly sleep. They have you on certain drugs, like the Percocets might make you feel weird. Like it was tough, but I think just watching the team, especially watching my former team losing the playoffs to a team that I essentially really came there to help them beat. That's why I even went to Buffalo. I'm like, okay, maybe I can be a player to help them get over the top. That was really hard, just going through the year. But honestly, mentally, I've been up and down, but been a lot better the last 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, so. Good to see you smiling. I like that.
Yeah, that's it. I can't imagine. I mean, Nick's going through that. He had the catastrophic injury he had on his knee, and it's those first months when you're having to it's one thing to like the shock of, oh my God, this happened. Then the rationalization of like, all right, we're going to do surgery. But then then now the rehab part, right? I mean, don't mean to take you down a negative
down, but
tough. It's just got to seem. To me, it seems grueling. I've never been through it. I can't imagine going through it.
I think, it's like we're professional athletes. Like my whole life, I've been able to do whatever I wanted to. If I want to do a backflip, I can do it. If I want to anything, and then you tear your ACL, and any person who tears their ACL knows your quad doesn't fire. So I'm like getting ready for surgery, and they're like, oh yeah, squeeze your quad. I'm squeezing it, turning red, about to pass out, and my quad's not firing at all. So I think really the first part of like that whole surgery is really getting your mind and my mind and my quad personally back on track. I wanted to break up with myself the first 3 months, but we got the quad going, and everything's good now. I have great people at Lead Ortho. Deshaun's actually out there. We've been actually building our chemistry for about 5 months and didn't even know it. So
that's great.
Cool.
That's pretty cool, and we have great people out there. Dr. Latrash is great. So I think I'm in a good place. I should be ready to go for the season, and that's what we're working for.
Did it kind of renew your, man, I love playing this game?
Heck yeah, man. Yeah. I think especially being in Indy for 5 years, I had so many ups and downs. Like I played with Andrew Luck. That's how I know I'm getting old. And then ever since then, it was kind of up, down. Like, I played with Carson Wentz. I played with like 7 different quarterbacks. Carson, Matt, Phillip, to name Jacoby Brissett. So, sometimes through that process, you're like, dang, like, what am I doing here? Do I love it? And I know one thing. After this ACL and watching everybody else play, I know how much I love it. I would do anything to go out there and run and return a punt or catch a pass. I think that's really there's things that happen for a reason, and I think God slowed me down, but also really I always knew I love football, but I've been healthy my whole life. I've missed 5 games in my entire life. I didn't miss my first game until my 5th year in Denver. I'm sure a lot of people saw that concussion.
Yeah.
And I didn't miss a practice or game before then, so I've always been healthy, so it was really hard just to not be healthy.
Yeah. Jeez. Man, you can't imagine. And then you come in here and you look at what this offense did towards the end of last season, but then also the notion from Kevin Stefanski, like, we got to be better, we got to be more diversified. They bring in Ken. You obviously played for him in Buffalo. What elements of the offense from Ken's past do you think will fit nicely with this personnel grouping?
I think Ken's, first of all, a great play designer. I think in the RPO game and the empties and like drop back pass, I think that's where he's going to excel. He loved empties. We've seen Josh Allen have a lot of success in empties and in the RPO, QB runs. We have the quarterback to do kind of the same thing. Deshaun, obviously, he's no slow league. He can run great. He's a phenomenal athlete. So I played against him for 4 or 5 years in Houston. So I'm excited to see him get back to that form because he was an elite quarterback. Even after they let go of Fuller and D-Hop, he still threw for 4,000 yards. So we got a guy here, and I'm excited to be a part of a playoff team with a great quarterback and the #1 defense in the league, so we can get some punt returns here.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned the punt returns. You got a couple punt return touchdowns in your career, a couple kick return touchdowns. That's something the Browns really been looking for since Josh Cribbs has left, honestly, trying to find that return guy. You know Bubba. He obviously knows you, and obviously that's probably a big reason why this all kind of came together. What do you love about the return game, and how can you help?
Well, first off, I know for sure that I'm sure Bubba probably talked to AB and Kevin, and he probably still on the table for me. So first off, I thank Bubba and Ken for talking highly of me here, and I know a lot of the schemes with Bubba. I had success there, so I think we have something going. I think we have some success here. I just have to do my part, read the ball, judge it, trust my teammates. We have great special teams guys here. I know the special teams is good. We fought you guys like 4 years ago in 20think I know you in the joint practice.
That's right.
I know it's a great scheme. I know we have great players, and I know I have to just go back there and do my job, and I think it'll take off.
You were a part of maybe, I think, one of the most, if the NFL is scripted, that play would have happened. Your kick return, the first play after the scary incident with Damar Hamlin. When you kind of reflect back on that, was that a surreal moment? The emotions, it was, watching it was crazy.
It was honestly one of the best days of my life. Truthfully, the first return, I kind of saw it. We played them Thursday night probably 3 or 4 weeks ago when we ran the same return, and one of their backside players tripped me up. But I saw the outside. So the first play of the game, it kind of looked the exact same. And this time I bounced it, and there was nobody there. So really good. The first one was crazy, but the second one, we drew up in the dirt. Like we kind of sold it off the original middle return we ran, and we came back to the left. And I haven't seen many returns in my life as a returner just get drawn up and work. So it was just one of those days where you just – in football and sports, so some days are just on. Like some days Steph Curry just comes out and doesn't miss a shot. I just had a day like that, and I pray to have more like that. And I had a day like that with Bubba too. So hopefully I'll have another 2-return game, and I'd love to, start off the season right.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, start off the season right and just do it right. I feel like I should have been the Pro Bowl or All-Pro, but I feel like I always just have good returns in like week 17. So
we'll do it early.
I would love to get my knee right and get it going right away. I'm a respected returner, and I know a lot of the punters, so I just got to go out there and do my job.
Did you happen to see, you mentioned your relationship with Bubba, did you happen to see probably not, but the video when we clinched and coach is clinched the playoffs?
Oh, no, I didn't see it. Please tell me.
So
it's my favorite thing.
Stefanski is giving we did it
in the
locker room, made the playoffs. And you don't notice it right away. We did, but I don't know that fans realize right away. Bubba is standing next to him with a helmet on.
That's Bubba, though.
That's exactly what everybody was.
That's what he said.
Like one thing I do like about here, like even Larry, our strength coach. There's a lot of former players here. Like you like it. Like I was just lifting with Larry. He was doing abs with me and lifting. So that's pretty cool. I think the thing about Bubba is he's very passionate. He's gonna get after you. He's gonna coach you hard. But like one thing he's gonna do is in the film room, he's gonna show his own plays. Like in Indy, he used to show his plays. Like when they used to have the wedge. Like I've seen Bubba get knocked out.
Yeah.
Like he said, he's got knocked out and didn't even know where he was. So as that, you can respect it. But yeah, I know Bubba. Even in Indy, Bubba used to run sprints. I had to practice every day. I think Bubba still wants to play, and I think Bubba probably could still suit up, but I'm sure he wants to.
He definitely wants to. He said if he can go in a straight line, he's fine, but if he has to change direction, forget about it.
Put him on the kickoff team. You don't have to do that much change of direction there.
Just run down there. So one of our good friends on the program, we call him Will Scarlett, sent me an article that I read that early in your career, you went and worked actually at a Bojangles because you wanted to own some Bojangles franchises. First of all, incredible story. I think that's so cool that you wanted to go experience it. So I guess we're in the future now. Have you followed through on that?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Saving some money and just waiting my time. First of all, I think that takes a lot of time. That'll probably pull me away from here. I have some good friends. I know somebody who owns 50 of them. He's kind of been showing me the way.
Okay.
So
but it's still in the plans.
Yeah, I would like to. I like to own the business or some sort of restaurant. Maybe it was Bojangles or something. I would like to get or Chick-fil-A.
Yeah,
I love to get my foot in the door, but really I'm trying to focus on football, but I'm not forgetting about life after football, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. You had a nice weekend. The Wolfpack did okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
That's fun, right?
As a NC State fan, since I can remember, I don't think we've ever had a time or we'll have a time like that. We haven't won an ACC title since 1987, and we beat Duke and Carolina in 2 days. So there's no excuses. Like I've been talking a bunch of cold casts to my friends. Like I don't want to hear anything. We beat Duke, we beat Carolina, won an ACC title. Like that's that's remarkable. Honestly, I was super excited to be an NC State fan.
Yeah, that was very, very cool. And you were informed us before we started that we're gonna have a new listener. Uncle AJ's locked in.
Yeah,
Yep,
let's
shout
go.
out my Uncle AJ.
Come on,
All right,
Uncle AJ.
1 to 3, Uncle AJ. Every
1 to
day.
3. I'm gonna
Every day.
definitely text him and let him know we shout him
He
out.
tells me he just downloads the Browns mobile app and he can listen at his leisure.
That's
But
right.
We'll be live 1 to 3 every day.
Yeah.
Monday Friday. Always like to ask people this question when they come to the team because it's so exciting and we know you can return kicks. We know you can do out of the backfield. People know that. What's something maybe that people don't know about Nyheim Hines that you would want them to know when they watch you play? They see Hines on the back of your jersey. Something you want them to have maybe in the back of their mind.
What is something? Shoot, honestly, I think off the field, I'm just a regular person just like y'all. Like, I got a twin sister. Her name is Naya. She's the reason why I went to NC State. When I got drafted, she said we got drafted. The twin telepathy is real.
Yeah.
The next thing is I'm a 2024 national spokesperson for the Muscular Dystrophy Association for 4 years going on now.
That's awesome.
Supporting that. And other than that, I love to play the drums and play the guitar. I love rap music, and I love Fall Out
A
Boy.
Renaissance man.
Yeah, love Fall Out Boy.
Fall Out Boy. It's all there.
That's
He's
great,
got
man.
covering the whole spectrum. I like it.
It is so cool to have you here, man.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see you in our uniform this fall and get you healthy and see what's all capable. 'Cause it's going to be fun, man. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you guys so much, and I'm happy to be at the Dog Pound.
That's exactly right. Nyheim Hines joining us. Oh, he got one of those in.
He's ready.
Top
He's
dog
got
and be
the
proud.
tie.
He's
Look at
ready
the-
to
look at
go,
the color of
man.
the
Look at
tie.
the
He's
face.
ready.
He's
Yeah,
ready to
he's
go, man.
Yeah.
All right, second hour up next. Cleveland Browns Daily, 8:50 ESPN Cleveland.